ladies and gentlemen. Now, in today's video, thanks to the Content Creator Program, we're going to be having our very first look at the full abilities and synergies for Professor X. And the synergies on this guy are a little bit nuts, man. They're really crazy for a lot of X-Men champions and also mutant characters as well. So he has this persistent charge mechanic called Cerebro Charges, and he's going to start every single quest with one of them, but for every single fight he wins, he gains an additional one, and they go up to 4, so you only need to win 3 fights with this guy in order to like fully ramp up all of his synergies. However, again, they've still got benefit even at 1 Cerebro Charge if you don't play the character, and even at 1 man, these synergies are really good, but at 4, they are just broken. They are so crazy. So at 1, you get plus 25% special attack damage for each Cerebro Charge, and this has a maximum of 100%, and this is just a solo synergy there, man. So this affects all mutants and X-Men. That's really quite crazy in combination with a lot of additional characters that already hit very hard on their special attacks. I was thinking like Domino as well might really benefit from this one. So yeah, that one looks really good. I think the next one is maybe like one of the most underwhelming ones, but it's still not too bad. So it's like 18% poison resistance for each Cerebro Charge and has a maximum of 72%. Wolverine gains 15% more crit rating. So this is really good with the new Apocalypse synergy as well. And you definitely got to check out that video, man. Apocalypse is looking crazy as well. And then we also have Colossus, who starts the fight with an armor up buff as well. So that kind of allows you to ramp him up a little bit easier. So nice little bonus for him there. Then we have one with Storm Pyramid X, and also Emma Frost. So, all mutants gain 15% prowess effect duration, and this goes up to a maximum of 60%. So that is really nice for Emma Frost, Storm, and also a few other mutant champions there. But also gives Storm and Storm Pyramid X plus 20% shock potency, and Emma Frost gains up to 35% increased critical rating, scaling with her power meter as well. So that could be quite nice for Emma Frost. And then finally we got one with Cyclops, man. So all mutants and X-Men, aside from the Professor, once per fight, when a champion would be knocked out, immediately regenerate 7.5% of their maximum health for each Cerebro Charge, up to a maximum of 30%. So if you just have him in the team, you don't even play him, man, you've got like a cheat death for every single mutant character and also X-Men character in the team. So I wonder if like Phoenix, this gives her like double cheat death, man. That could be really good for Phoenix there. But yeah, that's crazy for so many mutants, man. It just gives you like a second chance to bring the fight back, and if you win like a few fights, that is a really substantial heal as well. Now, for both versions of Cyclops, beam hits gain 100% additional crit damage rating and inflict armor break, reducing armor rating by 20% for 5 seconds. I think if this like stacks up and is off every single hit, this actually might be really good for Cyclops. But yeah, I don't really know how this is going to scale up, but it doesn't seem too bad, man. And also he's going to get a lot more special attack damage as well, just by having Professor X on the team. And also Phoenix, when overloaded, Phoenix gains an indefinite fury passive, increasing her attack rating by 60%, a maximum of 5 stacks. Oh wow, this could be really crazy for Phoenix. I guess if you get her overloaded a few times there, that's up to like 300% more attack. Yeah, that seems like game changing for Phoenix, man. That one seems really good there. Okay, wow, I'm very excited about that Phoenix one, man. And then next up we've got all mutants and X-Men gain 6% of a bar of power every 10 seconds, but this goes up to 24% of a bar of power every 10 seconds. So it gives every single mutant like a really nice boost to their power gain there. And this one is with what is it, Nightcrawler, Archangel, and Beast. So Nightcrawler and Archangel gain 30% bleed potency, really good for Archangel there. And also Beast increased the duration of freestyle and combo success by 5 seconds. So yeah, that's not too bad for Beast, but I don't think it's going to be too game-changing there. But yeah, that power gain, bro, is huge. That's really good. And then finally, we've got Drug M. And this one is gain a mental barrier with 2.5% of current health for each Cerebro Charge. Max 10% health. And again, this is on every single mutant, every single X-Men. So it basically makes like every character Invisible Woman in terms of the barrier as well, on top of like sheet depth and power gain and special attack damage, bro. These mutant teams are going to be stacked, son. That is really, really good. But this one is with Magneto, bro, and buff Magneto is crazy good. Also Iceman as well. So yeah, that's really good. So Iceman, when ice armor shatters, all frostbite effects expire instantly. So I didn't know if that's going to be like what is it, too useful for Iceman? Can't really think of like too much use for that in all fairness. But yeah, maybe there's some sort of like detonate combo with that. Magneto Marvel now. Guidance bonus attack rating is increased by a flat 5% or 15% on the final node of a quest. And finally, Classic Magneto gains 15% attack rating while fighting metal champions. And yeah, Magneto Classic, pretty OP after his buff. So all of those synergies, man, are really, really interesting. Like, there are some crazy combos of existing characters. I think this one's going to be really good for Domino, actually. I think a lot of these are going to really, like, pump up Domino quite nicely, in all fairness. Because one of the things with Dominoes, you've got to race to, like, in big fights, get the special 3, but then, like, refresh that massive crit bleed with a special 1. So the additional power gain, I think, is going to be yeah, crazy good for her. But yeah, synergy-wise, man, we're going to have an absolute field day next month. There's so much to test out with so many, like, amazing mutant characters. I think Colossus as well, Sunspot. Like, oh, there's just too many, man. There's way too many. Like, next month is going to be mad for mutant characters. But anyway, what does Professor X himself do, man? That is the big question. So his first medium attack is the only basic attack that makes contact with his opponent. And all of his other attacks deal energy damage. He is also immune to reverse controls. When he would be struck by a basic attack, he inflicts a falter passive, causing 100% of the opponent's attacks to miss for 2 seconds. So this seems like a really good fail-safe, man. If you do mess up, you've got like a falter that then has a 20-second cooldown there, but it starts on a 10-second cooldown. But if the opponent lands a special attack, the falter is removed, and if you avoid any attack by dodging backwards, you can reduce the cooldown of falter by 1 second there. Again, we talked about his Cerebro charges earlier. He starts with 1, he gains 1 when he wins a fight, and these increase the potency of his synergy and also have some additional effects of his abilities as well. Now, next up, we've got his channeling, but we've also got his mind control as well. So when he's charging his heavy attack by the look of it, and also at the end of his special 1 and special 2, he gains 10 charges, but when he's power burned or drained, he loses 50 charges, but while he's at 25 or above, he cannot be evaded and also gains a vigilance passive, allowing all attacks to bypass miss as well. So counter characters like Invisible Woman, not Guillotine 2099, but any other future characters that do have an annoying miss mechanic. Hood as well can bypass that, and also all evade characters, so that's very nice. And also, while at 50 charges, using the fourth light attack inflicts mind control on the opponent. When activating a special attack with 100 charges, you will automatically inflict mind control. So mind control, we'll talk about that in just a second, but also with his channeling as well. It looks like completing and cancelling in certain ways gives you like secondary effects. So if you complete the channel or you cancel by heavy attacking, you gain 10 additional charges. If you cancel it by blocking, charging a heavy attack, or using a light, medium, or special, you gain a prowess buff. I don't know if that stacks or not. And if you cancel by dashing backwards, you can refresh the duration of all of his prowess effects on Professor X. Now, he also has mind control, man, and this seems pretty mental. So mind control lasts 0.5 seconds for every 10 channeling charges, and during this time the opponent is locked from gaining power and cannot use any of their special attacks as well. Mind control's duration is paused during Professor X's special attacks, except while channeling. So yeah, if you use a special attack, man, it pauses it, but also while you have mind control on the opponent, your special attacks are unblockable, cost up to 70% less power based on the number of channeling charges you have, and this is reduced to 40% against tech. So basically, you like mind control, and then you just special spam the opponent, and there's like nothing they can do to counter you. So yeah, that seems really fun. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, man. It's kind of a bit Namor-esque to a certain extent, but I want to see like how practical it is to get it off, but I assume you get 100 charges, use special 2, and then you can probably like fire off another special 2, and then like quite a few special 1s as well. And a special 1 and activation gives him 25 channeling charges. I don't know if this applies as well while he has mind control active, and can boost up the duration of mind control as well. So yeah, that sounds really, really good. But it does mention that during mind control, you can get several special 1s in quick succession there. Special 2, the last 3 hits deal a burst of energy damage, and this ability scales with special attack damage, aka prowess there. And the special 3 gives him a prowess buff for each cerebro charge, increasing special attack damage by 60% and lasting 40 seconds. So when you have like the 4 charges, that is 240% more special attack damage, and yeah, you can refresh those while dashing back, and also gain more prowess as well off cancelling your channel. So I think it gets up to like baseline minimum 280% prowess, and you've got special spam. So yeah, the damage output should be pretty good once you get ramped up, I would assume there. And then we do have his signature ability. So while he's below 75% channeling charges, he gains 1 charge per second, and while defending, this rate is doubled, but also gains up to 50% prowess potency, scaling with the opponent's power meter as well. So yeah, I think you can get like close to about 400% prowess off this guy, maybe even more if the channel cancel prowess stacks higher. But yeah, it seems a bit nuts, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing this character's playstyle and damage output. So yeah, he looks awesome, looks fun to play. I think overall he is a little bit light on general utility. He doesn't have immunities, but he still has the ability to bypass inverted controls, get past kind of certain miss and evade counters as well. Can also counter Korg and Morningstar when played correctly. So yeah, I think he's got some nice utility, maybe not as much as Apocalypse is, but also apparently is very low health as well. And any scenario that attempts to power control is, yeah, really going to screw up his channeling as well, and that screws up his damage rotation. But overall, man, I'm crazy excited for Professor X and Apocalypse. Both look like amazing additions to the game, like on their own, but also they have just so many synergies that's going to empower and further elevate mutants that are already like way too good. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on Professor X in the comment section below, and if you did enjoy today's breakdown, please do smash that like button. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.